Excuse me. Wow. They really interrupted that, didn't they? Little pussies. That's what happens when they're being fucking nosy. Or I could be somebody else. I said what I said. Fucking pussies. Like somebody that's joking or claiming. No, nigga. It's not a fucking game. The game was dead a long time ago. They're just too busy still playing it. Now maybe you believe that they was being nosy and I knew how to check their emotional state to show that they got fucking feelings. Bitch ass niggas. Let me another sip. Have all these Chinese in the military, Air Force, Green Berets, SEALs, fucking Navy getting exposed for being turncoats, sharing information with China. This because the government knows why they put them there. They allowed them and they knew exactly who they were, just like any everybody else. I am so tired. God, I don't even know why I said government. Let me read this to you. I want to wait. Let me wait a few more minutes for a few more people to come in. We had other likes, so two motherfuckers here shouldn't be here. You didn't hit the like. You haven't said nothing. I would advise you to get the fuck walking. Excuse the language. But some people they want to be made believers. Or maybe they came over because, they don't want to commit suicide and they want to, they can't get unalived by cops. So they come here to see if I can give them that little adventure. No, everybody's sharing everything. Y'all had your Planet of the Apes monkeys, Charles Schwab and them come out and speak for your black and gray Pope. There's more to it than that, but y'all won't say nothing to them. And probably y'all don't know about it. Don't come over here watching. Mind your fucking manners and stay in your fucking lane. They really got gone quick, right? I'm not gonna say what ethnicity and all that fake shit either. Motherfuckers ran off. They should stay the fuck away. They think it's a game. Yeah, I logged in and I wanted to see who had logged in on this TV. I don't own none of this shit. I wouldn't own this shit. You couldn't. You just couldn't. Some of them might want to worship me, want to lay at my feet, and I'd probably let them look between my toe and watch them slowly croak. Yeah, I might take a shot of it to show you the passwords. Anybody could do it. I can invite you here and you can save, like what you call it, to the TV, to the I am the I am or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about all those terms. Anyway, and you can go and you can log in and see whatever I'm watching at any time. It's real. It's not complicated. But some people do it at the motherfucking aggressive, their own stupidity. Sometimes you should leave things alone. As I stated before, I don't give a fuck about some portal, some motherfuckers walking around in the mall because somebody saying they. How would a motherfucker know where they came from because somebody else said it? Who gives a fuck? Y'all worry about the wrong things. Let's say they're real. What the fuck are you going to do? You're coming in here, you're not hitting the like. So you was invited to come over and watch? Bitch ass niggas. That little update, I'm not going to go to the laptop to see who the fuck is watching. I don't need to go to the laptop to know who the fuck is watching. Weak asses. Wait for a few more minutes. What the fuck is going on here? Just loading and loading and loading. Fucking unbelievable. Oh, as far as the statements I was making about certain things, I don't care. I don't care about Chinese motherfuckers. You know, they're not my roles. And they're damn sure not the people who I love and respect. They're just dumb monkeys like the dumb Peckerwoods and niggas here. They ain't no different. They don't know no better. You can't make that up. So I'm going to read something here in a minute. So the beloved people come on in. 6 Boss, hit that like, man. When you come up in here, hit that like, man. I don't care about nothing else. If you here, stay here. I love y'all, respect y'all. Hit that like. Respect the game. Even though it's not a game with me, but I appreciate it. What's going on, beloved? Mike? What you got? 6 Boss, Ursula, and Rondo. What's going on, beloved? I see 2 likes. 6 Boss, are you here, bro? Hit the like, beloved. Anyway, as I was stating, we're going to go ahead and read Demonology by King James first, then we're going to get into the Negro Project, and then we're going to get into Behold the Pale Horse. This is not about being controlling. This is just a fact. You know, I'm not going to talk about algorithms and all that. You know, y'all should know that by now. Okay. 5 watching. Can't make this up. Appreciate the like too, brother. 4 likes, appreciate it. Hard. I know it's a hard thing to do. At least nobody's going to give you the information I'm going to give you. That's unbelievable. I think y'all like those bad relationships where people gotta, you get into a relationship with a woman that wants to hit on you, or a man that wants to beat on a woman, and y'all stay there. I'm not here for that. I ask you to hit the like when you come in here. It's not a big fucking. It's not a control. It's requirement. You know why it's a requirement? Because I can stop this shit at any moment. And you can run around, and the things I'm going to tell you, nobody else is going to tell you. And you can challenge that. And I respect and love you all. And when I tell you that, it's not a game. Doesn't mean I stop, but I can stop this shit. And I am not the one that's going to lose out or miss any fucking thing. That I can guarantee. I can guarantee that. What you said was 100%, 10,000%, whatever that shit is. And don't be scared. Please don't be scared. Okay. You're going to like this reading. You know what's upsetting to me? There's all these Shemitic people who have grabbed all these identities over the last century, created by, you know, the Chazars, as our beloved brother puts it, the AJs. And these people are only lashing back at what's been done by them, to them by these fake-ass, fraudulent, pale-skinned governments. And they got the pale-skinned man running around, the biggest minority on earth, thinking they're in control when they're not. It's the worthless, melanated niggas of Arab descent, Africa, and every goddamn where else that is colluding and allowing it. They the ones that should be dealt with by these certain individuals. But what happens is you get people like Zakir Naik, who's poisoned. Well, you should know who he's poisoned by. Because you got these dumb paleskins who think, oh, the terrorists. When they don't realize that they're the ones that made the terrorists. Behind the government that are terrorists. I'm not into politics. I don't give a fuck about none of them. I'm just pointing out something that maybe some of you should be looking at. Now, there's a lot of paleskins who, and I ain't talking about these Antifa and Black Lives Matter, all these monkeys running around. I'm talking about there's people who are tired of it. And even Ashkenazis who are tired of it. I mean, in their books, there's over 12. Hell, I've read it. They're the sons of fucking daughters of Yaphet. You want to know who the King James I was getting rid of? Well, let me get into reading that. We're going to hold off for a minute. I need some more people in here. I need more thumbs up. We're going to beat this algorithm. And I've read some things on it, so it's kind of real, but they can shut it all off at any moment. Whoop the fucking do. I'm going to read a couple of, I guess you could say, poems from Muhammad Ali. One of my favorite is by Sharon E. Lit, but Muhammad Ali has put it out there as well. And that's before I get into demonology, King James 1. It's like I spit out this tobacco. I got real tobacco in my mouth today. Not that other stuff. That stuff is too strong. It's stronger than the tobacco, man. I don't know. I can't do it. This stuff right here, I'm going to show y'all right quick. This stuff is strong. And you know, when I say it's strong, you should know what I'm talking about. This stuff right here. My body likes nicotine, I ain't going to lie. But this right here, they say get the 3. I got the 3. To me, it's still strong. I don't know. No. So if you come by and you like to chew tobacco and you want to quit it, you can have one of them motherfuckers. I got cans of that stuff. Y'all can have it. All right? Goddamn rifle beside me. And for all you knuckleheads still celebrating Christmas, telling my baby boy and my nephew and niece, happy birthday, you stupid son of a bitch. When Christmas come around, you put stuff that's qualified to go up in here. I appreciate it. Anything that can fit up in here and in these little pouches and Velcro, a couple things on there. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and, for the moment, let's go ahead and put this on there. Okay? So next time y'all's fake ass little Christmas or worthless ass Christmas come around, come on and put some black snow or some stuffings up in this. You can put some shotgun shell, you can put some 5.56 308. You can put some black 300. You can put some 6.5. Yeah, you can put some 300. Yeah, you can put some creep, some 300. Yeah, you can put all that up in here. They'll load it up. Let's go on my nigga sock. All that goofy shit. I'm not starting no time. I see people waiting on people. I don't know what's wrong with you. I see people waiting on people going to talk about nothing. 170 waiting. I'm sitting there waiting with them. I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm gone. And I sit here saying, I guess that's enticing for the monkeys who don't know no better. And I live with our brother, because I still follow him. I like his stuff. I like the material, but he's fear-based. He's doing what he shouldn't, all that black and white crayon stuff. And I've commented, but most people don't know how to check themselves. Their research is only as far as their knowledge of the world they exist in. They have a hard time ascertaining certain things that are relevant to the truth because they don't mind stepping on people's fucking toes, but they don't want nobody to step on theirs, or they think they make enough empty fucking dollars. When they don't know, some of us come from a background when we got a million times more than they can ever fucking imagine to make. But that's a whole nother dynamic. Or they might, in their little dark humor, which is stupid. Dark humor means that you're weak. That's what it means. I'm very good with dark humor. A lot of us military individuals, you don't have to be at war to have dark humor to show that your mind is fucking compromised. Some of us are just that way because of where we grew up and what we've seen and what we had to deal with. The destruction of grand cities and everything. See, some people think that Tartary was destroyed, in the early 1900s. Even in the 60s and 70s, they were still destroying shit. I'm going to go ahead and read this. But you see how they come in, they run away? No, this is not child friendly, so don't fucking worry about it. I said podcasts. And when I read most other times certain things, it'll be straight up reading. But when I see the monkeys want to play with the channel, with their little pussyfooting, yeah, that's going to incite their emotions to get them all active. You know what I'm saying? Some people only want to hit you in the message no more and waste some more time. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking unbelievable. So stuck looking at other goofy shit instead of having their ass here when I say I'm going to go fucking live. When I say I'm going to go live, it don't mean, look, tonight at 12. Last night I didn't do it because why? I said, no, it's too late. I don't want to sit here and just have 5 people looking when there's a whole plethora of people who really want to hear what I got to say. There's a lot of people like, yo, man, I'm grateful I found your channel. I'm grateful you found it too. But it's plastered all over where TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It's just that you have marginalized monkeys who feel some kind of way like somebody's being stolen away when they're sharing information that pretty much they got from me in the first place. I don't give a fuck if it's by way of 3 people because I've been doing this for so long. And I ain't come through some damn Morse, whatever you call that shit, studio or classroom or temple. All right, when the body's always been the goddamn temple. Ain't through some other fucking religion. All right, I've been doing this longer than anybody can imagine. Oh, but what about, shut the fuck up. You still got Umar talking about a sorry nigga named Marcus Garvey who they murdered. Well, fucking monkeys, man. They don't know no better. They only know the length of their fucking existence, and that's very short because they were talking about the ancestors. Nigga, the ancestors are in you, but most people ignore them. If they've got reattached themselves to them, because all the information is within you. All right, and I didn't learn that out of some damn book, and I remember Mama Tina used to say, "Oh, they're all there with you, baby. They're all there with you, baby. Everybody's there. I'll be there with you one day too. I'm with you right now. But when you can't see me, remember I'm with you." I know exactly what she means now. All of them. I remember when Grandma. All right? I know she's with me. But I can hear them. There's a difference. And I ain't talking about some lucid fucking dream or memory. Those are the things that are supposed to make you better. Respond to things with a little etiquette. Be practical in your purpose. The problem is that's why you got a nigga standing here now can't hit the light. Motherfucker has no clue. Just looking. Smoke a joint, take a drink, motherfucker. Pull up beside me while I'm driving. Unload the garage or something. It's not an invitation. That's a fucking wake for you. It's called a quickening. Do you know what a quickening is? No, a real quickening. You have absolutely no fucking clue. I'm gonna read Bridge of Friendship. Now, I don't believe in friendship shit, but I love this because Let's see if you like it. When I learn about you, when you learn about me, maybe in a while together we will see that two hearts are stronger than one. Two minds, my friend, will get the job done. We all need to plan and to understand. Can make the same mistake twice. Make the most of two worlds. Reach out your hand. A bridge of friendship across two different lands. Friendship is the bridge. Poets may dream, leaders may scheme. Artists will paint pictures in my mind. Step a little bit closer, reaching arms across the tide. The bridge of friendship endures throughout time. We all need to plan and to understand. Can't make the same mistake twice. Make the most of two worlds. Reach out your hand. A bridge of friendship across two different lands. Friendship is the bridge. Reach out your hand. Friendship is the bridge. That is by sharing. Like, I remember when Muhammad actually said it. I think the man said it once. Because you had all these pearl kids, and he had no problem sitting there. There's no hate. Like, I don't have hate for crayon colors. I don't need hate. I embody it. Love is what y'all need. Trust me. You don't have to take my word for it. You'll find out in the fucking end. Muhammad Ali, this is one of my favorites. I've wrestled with alligators. I've tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning and thrown thunder in jail. You know I'm bad. Just last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. I love that, man. You can't get past that. Heroes are hard to come by, partly because they're rare, partly because we have a tendency to build tall pedestals and place too much weight upon them. It's easy to be famous. It's easy to be good. It's hard to be both. To stand on your platform towering above the world and shout out, not down. To say no to the powerful. To say yes to the people. To know your own heart, your own mind, and to act accordingly, no matter the risk. There are people who do this whose names we'll never know, but there was always also Ali, and for this, I will be forever grateful. And so, now that's by Jason Crane. He didn't say that. But the fact of the matter is, it's a magnificent poem. And some of y'all know there's different forms of poetry. Okay, it's not about cat, hat, boom, bap. How you like that? That's not what it is. And when Muhammad Ali quoted, he did it with a rhyme. Friendship is priceless gift. Friendship is a priceless gift that cannot be bought nor sold, but its value is far greater than a mountain made of gold. For gold is cold and lifeless. It can neither see nor hear. In time of trouble, it's powerless to cheer. It has no ears to listen, no heart to understand. It cannot bring you comfort or reach out a helping hand. So when you ask God for a gift, be thankful if sends not diamonds, pearls, or riches, but the love of real true friends. It's freaking powerful. What is that based upon? You got to remember now, Muhammad Ali was gifted. He embodied love, but he also was very emotional. You had to be able to step into the ring and be the pugilist in a form of like I say Kwanjano, or master in the skill. It's just like reading. There's nothing perfect. And Muhammad Ali shows you that. And he would tell you, he trained hard. Why am I using him as an example? Because it seems like most people today, they don't exercise their mind. They don't exercise nothing, but they want to exercise their libidos. And they're not even mature. It's like the libido went forward and left them behind. I thought that may assist a few, not all. So if you're drinking from the cup, don't let the glass fall. Anyway, this is Demonology by King James first. These kids are having a good damn time. Make me want to go outside and run around, to be honest. Probably should have my ass out there running around. So we read about the book, okay? From remember I told you about looking at sacredtext.com, and then we even covered as far as about the author, okay? Which alludes to a whole lot of things when you can go to wikipedia.org, you know what I'm saying? And the author being King James I, Forgotten Books. Literally, this is by King James I. But I'm going to help you, I'm going to assist you with understanding something. So what we're going to read right now is the introduction to the Bodily Head edition. Okay? Who's that? Hey, Devin Moore. Yo, why the Hindus call my phone today mad as hell, cussing and everything, I guess, on YouTube. Y'all doing it. If they were cussing, that shows that they are offbeat. Snill, what's up, baby? What's up, love? I'm hitting your messenger. What's going on? You're posting everywhere, and I'm like, hello, it's me, babe. Rondo Herbo. 7 grams. Let me go ahead and get this original Lone Wolf. Let me go ahead and get this read in. I know some people having a hard time believing things, but I'm not here about whether you believe or not. All right? I told you about believing. It's fictional. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, they're here. They have been here. You've watched them start to come here in great numbers in the 90s and, well, yeah, late 90s and early so-called 10, how you say it, 1990s, okay? God damn it, you know, I know something different, but, and up into the 2010s and 20s, they have been growing and purposely coming here because not all of them are your buddies. They came here with a purpose. Problem is, y'all don't know your purpose because it's all about shake the ass, these dumb niggerish women, and brothers running around fighting each other looking like fucking retards. I'm from Chicago. I'm from New York. I'm from St. Louis. And all shut the fuck up. You're from land of the fucking lost. Slee stacks is how you're acting. But let's go ahead and get a read here, okay? So when they call acting up, brother, so what? You hang up on them, you block the fucking number. You don't curse back at them or nothing. Because, see, all they're doing is probably testing to see where you stand. Like when I first went live, they were being nosy, probably recording, and I made a statement. And I want to bring some clarity to this. I don't have to stand by it because I know exactly what the fuck is being stated, what frequency it's on. The problem is some motherfuckers want to check the water. They don't know how to put their toe in it, so they put both fucking feet in. You know, you got the idiots, just jump in. Some niggas can't swim. That's for any crayon color. You got thermals. We can see you. Oh, shut the fuck up. I hate when I hear a thought. You know what I'm saying? They don't get it. Okay. And you've been there driving in a rainstorm. I liked on one of your posts that you posted 5 minutes prior to me making that statement, baby. So you was driving and posting. And besides that, on that phone, they already purchasing it from these fake ass corporations. They got all your information. If you got a little pattern, they know it. You know, if you got an ocular, they fucking can mimic it. Everything. They're like, so introduction to the Bodily Head edition. Now there's some different words in here, so bear with me. This fucking hat off my crown. The Demonology of King James, the 6th of Scotland, the 1st of England, was written as the royal author states in his preface to prove that the assaults, I don't know if that means astutes, I didn't look it up and I'm not going to, assaults of Satan are most certainly practiced. The assaults, ASAUTES, of Satan, which would be what? SATHN, look it up and I put it in there. All right, are most certainly practiced, and that the instruments thereof merits most severely to be punished. Such a work has more than a passing interest. It gives the student of history and literature a brief and authoritative guide to the darker beliefs of our ancestors. There is too much to interest the theologian and psychologist, whilst the philologists will find the book a mine of rare and curious phrases. Who is he talking about? Well, he's talking about the bitches of Eastwick. He's talking about the Ashkenaz women who would seduce men turn out babies who would be taken away and hidden away, and those children, hundreds of thousands, nurtured and reared and raised up to go against their relatives. And to the mind, that's the witchcraft, not our people. There was no darkness being practiced by us, not at all. We were too busy attempting to protect Earth, this world, this environment. To the modern mind, after 3 centuries of scientific discovery, many of epistemon's arguments will appear somewhat naive. And it must be confessed that Philomaths, in his laudable efforts to draw out his companion's erudition, sometimes puts questions which are very inadequately answered. Our greater discernment and weaker faith will scarcely be convinced by the example. Faith does not mean religion, people. Okay? Thirdly, said not Samuel to Saul that disobedience is as the sign or sin of witchcraft. To compare to a thing that were not, it were too absurd. Still, given the implicit belief, the conclusions are not illogical. King James makes many shrewd observations, and the 20th century medium would probably confirm that there are 20 women given to that craft. Again, women given to that craft. Deceit, deception. He was able to see it. He knew of it. Where there is one man, the explanation, which is given on page 43-44, we'll get there, would not perhaps be as readily accepted. This is an excellent read. The news from Scotland, which is also included in this volume of the Bodley Headquarters, claims to give a true account of a very notable witch trial wherein King James took a prominent part. The influence of the revelations then made can clearly be seen in a demonology, although at first sight the cruelty and barbarity of the whole business is revolting. It must not be put down as slowly due to a panic and terror. These poor women, when their heads were drawn, right, with a rope according to the custom of that country, were ready to confess anything. But the credulity of the judges was understandable after Agnes Sampson had drawn the king aside and declared unto him the very words which passed between the king's majesty, or which be majesty, and his queen at Aleppo in Norway the first night of their marriage. With their answer each to other, even a stouter hearted scholar would have found remarkable confirmation of his worst fears in this alarming revelation. Moreover, in destroying the devil's ministers, the king really thought that he was only carrying out his planned duty towards God. Of King James himself, one of the most vivid accounts is to be found in a letter of Sir John Harrington, describing an audience which he had with the king. Soon upon this, the prince, his highness, did enter, and in much good humor asked, if I was chosen to Lord Harrington of Exton? I humbly replied, his majesty did me some honor in inquiring me kin to one whom he had so late honored and made a baron, and more of it did abode in. We were both branches of the same tree. He inquired much of learning, and showed me his own in such sort as made me remember my examiner at Cambridge after time, which after time would be spelled afore a time. He sought much to know my advances in philosophy, which is spelled different, y'all. You'd be surprised to know it's Sophie. Just as a letter, or highness is spelled as well different in many other words. Like majesty would actually be esti, as in bestie. He sought much to know my advances in philosophy, and uttered profound sentences of Aristotle, and such like writers, which I had never read, and with some are bold enough to say others do not understand. But this I must pass by. The prince did know, did now press my reading to him. It's spelled Nowe, just to let y'all know. My reading, and reading is Readinge, to him part, or in parte, Prate, of a canto in Aristotle, which is Aristotle, in Aristotle. Praised my utterance, and said he had been informed of Manet as to my learning, which learning is funny. It's Learnyng, like syringe, learning. In the time of the queen, he asked me what I thought pure, what was made of, and what is Witte. I'm serious, y'all. If you was to read this, you'd probably be beyond confused. And it's a small victory for me, because I study they say I'm a linguist. I'm really not. I study languages. And whom it did best become, whether a king, Kynge, should be the best clerk in his own country, and if this land did not entertain good opinion of his learning and wisdom, his majesty did much press for my opinion touching the power of Satan, in matter of witchcraft, and asked me with much gravity if I did truly understand why the devil did work more with ancient women than others. Now, gravity had nothing to do with this fake thing that holds you down. Gravity has like the punctual of a word, the weight of it. Not gravity holding you down, but the weight of something. You get where I'm coming from. Okay? And Satan, who is the synagogue of Satan? They will call themselves Jews and are not. That doesn't mean that we are Jews. It means it doesn't exist. It's a made-up narrative. It's a made-up term. It's a lie. You starting to catch on? More serious discourse did next ensue, wherein I wanted, Wantede, wanted, room to continue, and sometime room is almost like a room, or OOME, if you was rapping, to escape. For the queen was not forgotten, nor Davison neither. His Highness told me her death was visible in Scotland before it did really happen, being, as he said, spoken of in secret by those whose power in secret of sight, which is SIGHTE, presented to them, I'm not even going to spell that one for you, you can imagine, to them a bloody head dancing in the air. He then did remark much on his gift, and said he had sought out of certain books a sure way to attain knowledge of future chances. Hereafter, he named is NAMEDE, named many books with an E, which I did not know with an E, as most words were then, nor by whom written, but advised me not to consult some authors which would lead me to avail consultations. And I told his majesty the power of Satan had I much feared. Damaged, by the way, damaged my bodily frame. Now, damage is DAMAGEDE, and bodily frame would be BODILIE, bodily frame. But I had no further, that means no more will, okay, to court his friendship, which would be COWRTE. I'm just letting you know. For my soul's hurt. Yes, souls, not one. Something was speaking, and it rivaled him. Or you get what I'm saying. We next discourse somewhat on religion, when at length he said, "Now, sir, you have seen my wisdom in some sort, and I have pried into yours. I pray you do me justice in your report, and in good reason or season I will not fail to add to your understanding in such points as I may find you lack amendments." I made courtesy hereat and withdrew down the passage and out at the gate amidst the many, which is MANIES, or minis, or brawleys, and lordly servants who stood around. AROUNDE. Do you see what I'm saying when I'm reading? Though I have already read this, I have to go back because there's a lot of old English, so-called old English words that I read that is like vermicelli. Whether it's over there, rice, yes, or pasta, the plant, not the rice itself, but the long, like C, whatever. Anyway, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but also here. Okay, so we'll get into the preface tomorrow, and I think you're going to find this really, really, oof. Like I said, this, I've read it. I'll be, you see the damage I've done to the, yeah, I enjoyed it. Okay, not truly done. Big Pontiac, greetings. What's going on, beloved? Yes, yeah, entertain. Yes, 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 yes. There goes your internet. No post by me when driving. That rain is disgusting. I hear you, baby. JB, what's going on, beloved? I just want to get 7 grams. Got you. What's going on? What's happening? No, I couldn't say that's a lawsuit. That's just that's dumb. It's everybody's testing the water. Some of you all might be getting that. You know, might be look like some company calling you. The moment you answer, it'd be the goofy ass UN monkeys. Now, you got to stand on your laurels, people. The problem is you're not together with nobody. Every one of you, I guarantee you, in a relationship or something where the other party, unless shit was in dire, wouldn't listen, probably would argue about some dumb shit. And if you hear, that means you hear because you're a special reason, a special case. More on the vernacular of a good one, but you're holding yourselves back. I'm letting you fucking know this. You are holding yourselves back. And you will not, no matter what you do, you will not fucking ascend because you don't know how to free yourself. That's, in this case, Jeter, Peter, Paul, all them fucktards would be a great example to allude to something of how you should move. To be able to put away all your listen to this, to be able to put away all your shackles and chains. And I ain't talking about for a lot of use unless you plan on turning back. Lot's wife, right? Pay attention to the philosophy behind it and walk away from them. Or stay shackled and locked the fuck up, attempting to free yourself. Let's see how that works. Anyway, let's get into the Negro Project by Bruce Larry. Margaret Sanger's diabolical, duplicitous, dangerous, disastrous, and deadly plan for melanated America. I'm not using that term. I'm just not going to do it. They could take that and shove it up their ass. Forwarded by Ron Edwards. Y'all going to like this demonology by King James, man. Dude, yo. Oof. Oof. That's a freaking doozy. Well, I mean, it's not like scary or nothing like that. I mean, I liked it because there's some misleading things that you might allude to religion. That's why I broke down a couple of words. Gravity doesn't mean something holding you down on earth. That's not what it meant. That's how it was used to mislead you, and a few other terms and words. All right? Because as his royalty, he was a clerk to the people. That's what the fucking president's supposed to be. That's what your mayors and all your little monkeys sitting in the office. What do? They seek riches, and they're easily bought and paid for, so they're no fucking body. That means, as far as the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and everything else, anything they say, any law they keep writing is fucking moot. And not just because I say so, because it is moot. Anyway, this is y'all's beautiful woman right here. Looking like a fucking hermaphrodite. Anyway, no disrespect to those born that way. There's nothing I could do about it. And when we first left off, we were talking about the pivot of civilization. Remember, which was published around 1922, which would be 922. Yes, that's right. I said it. And she wrote, despairingly, organized charity itself. There they go. Is a symptom of a malignant disease. Okay. Perpetuating constantly increasing number of defectives. We know that there was no defectives. There are a bunch of them now, sadly, but you don't get rid of them. Nature, mama, has a way of Mother Nature is Gaia. Earth is not Gaia. But people will say, well, Mother, no, nature is natural order. Fucking people. Gaia is just but another term, another Gaia, like Hawa. It's breath. Is it the feminine energy? As in Hawa is the male energy. Hawa. It sounds masculine. Gaia sounds feminine. Come on, people. Stop allowing people to make sense of things that are insensible. Allow yourself to free up and see things as it should be. All right? Let's carry on. Elsewhere in Pivot, Sanger blamed charity for saddling society with what she called human waste. And you know that at that time, it was mostly PEL scans were saving charity. But let's carry on. Deduce from this, if you would, wrote Sanger. It encourages the healthier and more normal sections of the world to shoulder the burden of unthinking and indiscriminate. Let me close this window. The kids walking when the cat's not in the window looking in there. What the hell? I'm not gonna go out there and chastise them. I like them. So sorry, kids, can't do that. He's laying there. I'll let him outside. Yes, I'll let him outside in a little bit if it's not too dark. Sweethearts. Kids are so innocent. I let a little crack there. You see him looking at you? All right. My apologies. Anyway, human waste, right? Instead of aiming to eliminate the stocks that are most detrimental to the future of the race of the world, okay? Let me make sure I got that right. Anyway, I meant to pronounce this word. Fecundity, all right, of others, which brings with it, as I think the reader must agree, a dead weight of human waste. Instead of aiming to eliminate the stocks that are most detrimental to the future of the race and the world, it tends to render them to a menacing degree dominant. That even makes sense. Her solution, not private and religious charities offering a helping hand to those lost fortunate, but a government administered program to encourage those she thought a burden on society to sterilize themselves so as not to bring any more of those she deemed unfit into the world. So Sanger proposed this solution. What does that sound like? The final solution? Is that some Nazi? That's some Ashkenaz shit, right? In a speech titled The Function of Sterilization, which she delivered at Vassar College's Institute for Eugenics on August 5th, 1926. Now, if you look up her biography, they want to paint her like she was not. She's a goddamn Ashkenazi. 99% of all these motherfuckers are Ashkenazi. Are you listening? Now, the ones born from us are of us, of Shem. That's why I get tired of these niggas with the Esau and all that rhetoric and all that bunch of knuckleheads. They don't know no better because they've been groomed themselves. All right. It's not hate. This is reality. Which she delivered at Vassar College's Institute of Eugenics on August 5th, 926. It says 1926, 926. Let's make the correction. Part of her remarks, which were carried in the October issue of the Birth Control Review, went as follows. It now remains for the United States government, you heard original Lone Wolf, you heard what I've stated, and a number of others tell you that the U.S. government is not, it's not of this land. Now, when you say United States for America or United States of America, which one is it? Anyway, part of her remarks, which were carried in the October issue of the Birth Control Review, went as follows. It now remains for the United States government to set a sensible example to the world by offering a bonus or yearly pension to all obviously unfit parents who allow themselves to be sterilized by harmless or scientific means. What does that sound like, y'all? What does that sound like? A language that today would undoubtedly be considered demeaning and insensitive. Yet, we know what it is. Sanger elaborated further, explaining in this way the moron and diseased would have no posterity to inherit their unhappy conditions. The number of the feeble-minded would decrease, and a heavy burden would be lifted from the shoulders of the fit. Now, we know that they weren't that grand or fit. These remarks come right out of the Darwin and Malthus and are to be soundly rejected by any sane, rational person. Yet, everything right now is moving with this fake-ass government, liberal or conservative, under the guise of Margaret Sanger's bullshit. You heard what y'all's motherfucking Hillary Clinton, you was your saxophone playing worthless nigger Bill, right? Yeah, that's her hero. Stupid ass niggas. Anyway, especially in you liberal state, you dumb motherfuckers. Free your mind and y'all rub me the wrong way. You know that, right? Just so stupid. Rejected by any sane, rational person. That means you're not too rational or sane. You see some of them niggas in California, man. We talking the ones that they may have a pale skin daddy. This is nothing against the pale skin brothers and sisters, but the reality is a reality. When you've been groomed and nurtured in a fucked up way of living, it rubs off. Sadly, even if you change face, it's still there somewhere in the hemisphere of the family bloodline. The tree, it's just fucked up. I know. You can only make it right though. Anyway, views were held. Anyway, moreover, it is important to bear in mind that these views were held by many eugenicists of the time, and they are still in vogue today. Echoed by such intellectuals as Paul Ehrlich, author of The Population Bomb, and the Australian Peter Singer. Ehrlich, Singer, Chazars, motherfuckers. Anyway, chair of the Department of Bioethics at Princeton University in New Jersey, mind you. Ehrlich, whom we will examine at greater length in a subsequent chapter, wrote his book in the late 1960s. Yes, sister, if the nigga ain't there with you, we're going to give you assistance. After the war, many men are dead. Your forefathers are dead because of World War II and Korean War, put out there to be murdered and killed, lost history. Now you got to come up, nurtured by just a woman and a system pertinent on destroying the family. Y'all are the goddamn symptom, the remnant of that shit. And you should see now how powerful you are because all of you didn't succumb to it. Because at that time, we were still the majority in the families. There was no broken homes. The government worked hard to do that. Eagle Rock Reservation in New Jersey. A bunch of fake-ass Jews running around playing our ancestors, our people. You ever been up there and met some of the tribe? They're fake-ass Ashkenazis. Anyway, late 1960s, and predicted widespread death from famine less than a decade later. These deaths, he contended, would be caused by famines and diseases resulting directly from overpopulation, scarce natural resources, and other environmental factors. Compulsory sterilization of the unfit was just one of his solutions to what turned out to be largely a non-existent crisis. Sanger, for his part, has gone on record as favoring the killing of disabled children up to and including the age of 2. Charming fellow he was, to say the least, whose ideas are right in keeping with those of Sanger, Knopf, Knopf. You heard of that general, World War II, right? Stoddard, Nazi, and Laughlin. Look them up. And so, again, yeah, Black Scout, whatever the fuck, if you come over here, my bro, Richland, whatever your name is, just have a seat and just watch, beloved. This is not hate. This is clearing the mind of the hypocrisy and the idiosyncrasies which you exist in. Fuck the politicians. The government is fake. And when y'all rationalize with reason that truth and that reality, or continue to move in fear. Dixie will be getting into Sanger's views. My still, Black Scout Survival, I like his channel. I like what he talks about. I do. I'm just not political. I like watching it because I like to infer something different, something more rational, instead of rational behavior based on feelings of some fake conscripted, we're the 11% and they're the bullshit 50 something. Nigga, how do you take 60 to 85 fucking million of us to make us 11%, you retarded motherfuckers? We're still more than the Spanish here, which more half of them are niggas anyway. And I'm saying that because I'm a little peeved about the whole situation. And there's a lot of Pelskins running around who are niggas as well. Not just Lena Hornaday, to name one fucking innocuous name, who loathed and loved her identity and her truth. Tired of you ignorant ass Pelskins who I still have love for. You're just fucked up. And if you don't change, shit's going to get worse. Ain't nothing like real lime and water and coconut water added to it. Man, that is phenomenal. Anyway, let's go ahead and get a little bit of Behold the Pale Horse. You know what to break it in half because this is a long one. Remember, I expressed this to you by Mr. William Cooper. Love this book. Mr. Brother. an old salty dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the next part to Article 4, all right? Because we did that. We're in the presidency, excuse me. My Article 5, excuse me. We're in the presidency. Let's go ahead and get through the next half of that. So, and that was a lot of shit, man. God damn. Holy Toledo. Okay, so we're in Section 10. Y'all do recall, right? All right. That's a lot of stuff, ain't it? Anyway, so let's pick up on Section 10, the presidency. Section 10. Treaties are agreements with other nations negotiated under the president's authority. Now, you got to remember, it was ratified and adopted because it belonged to us. Nobody else, not no goddamn Mongol, those are, regardless of their origin, those people are now half of the original Shemitic people, or maybe a quarter, maybe even less, but of Yaphet. Okay? Know the difference, people. Anyway, under the president's authority shall be in effect unless objected to by a majority of the Senate within 90 days. Now, if they are objected to, the president may resubmit and the Senate reconsider. If a majority still object, the Senate shall prevail. I need to light. Okay? In Section 11, it states, all officers, except those of other branches, shall be appointed and may be removed by the president. A majority of the Senate may object to appointments within 60 days, and alternative candidates shall be offered until it agrees. Now, who remembers about the 9-year mark for presidency? Fact is, we have tyrants who all want to get their hands wet. especially after they killed our brother, not the leader, but the clerk of the people, Lincoln. And if you're a pale skin watching, you got a problem with that, go watch fucking Holiday Inn. Go pick up the real biography of his father's statement and mother's and his best friend. I'm so tired of stupid ass people. Anyway, Section 12. The president shall notify the planning board. Y'all recall where we were discovered, because we're going to be getting to the legislative branch. Remember the electrical board, and then we got into the planning board, which is Article 4, and the electrical board was Article 3. So be mindful to remember that. These are very important. Okay? Anyway, the president shall notify the planning board and the House of Representatives on the fourth Tuesday in June what the maximum allowable expenditures for the ensuing fiscal year shall be. Now, the president may determine to make expenditures less than provided in appropriations, but except in declared emergency. Now, the president is not there with the fake governments and everything else to make sure that a certain group of people are fucking lost or rich or poor or whatever the fuck. He's supposed to make sure everybody's living comfortably and equally. You want me to say that again? I'm going to go back to the earlier articles 2 and 3. Comfortably and equally and safe. As far as 4. Bunch of dumbasses out there talking about when it comes to the guns, the only thing they know is the Second Amendment and the Fourth and the First, the freedom of speech. They don't know this is the most important stuff. Even though they ratified it to allow an enemy to get up in there with their little octopus tentacles and shit. If people were on their dean and actually knew what the fuck was going on, this wouldn't have happened. What's going on? Talk black and white, stupid asses. The president may be determined to make expenditures less than provided in appropriations, but except is declared emergency, or in declared emergencies. None shall be made in excess. You remember World War II when they start pumping out all those fucking weapons and using car factories and all that, which World War II should have never happened, but if you know what's behind it, funding both fucking sides, then you see. Anyway, they like to sniff on children and touch them and shit like that. Anyway, none shall be made in excess of appropriations. Reduction shall be because of changes in requirements and shall not be such as to impair the integrity of budgetary procedures. No, Section 13 states there shall be a public custodian. I was about to lift up 3 books on custodians. A public custodian appointed by the president, mind you, and removable by him. And we know Henry Kissinger wasn't removed by no president. He was the motherfucking gatekeeper of this fake-ass government to respond to the CIA, now inoculated with bastards as the Mossad and MI and all those other ones. To betray humanity, right? They betray themselves, actually, but don't worry about that. Who shall have charge of properties belonging to the government. Properties belonging to the government, but not allocated to specific agencies. So, first of all, the police have no jurisdiction over property or any fucking thing. If you purchase a car from a company, your EIN on the card has already paid for it, and they take that and they allocate it to another party to keep trading that money to get richer and richer. A fake rich. And then you got this monkey for $300 coming to repo your car because you didn't make a payment because you didn't know no better. You weren't supposed to be paying them in the first fucking place. But because of the perversions of the fucking AJs, the Chazars, and these dumb paleskins running around, I'm making $1 million, and these goofy younglings, they let make millions. Everybody else is supposed to suffer to this shit? No, you don't want to hear what I got to say. That's why a lot of these lawyers don't take up real cases, because they're bitch-ass motherfuckers. They have no morals, no laurels. I party with enough of them, so I know what I'm talking about. Who shall administer common public services shall have charge of building construction and rentals, and shall have such other duties as may be designated by the president or the designated vice president. Section 14. There shall be an intendant responsible to the president who shall supervise offices for intelligence and investigation. Yeah. Also an office of emergency organization. So you got FBI, CIA, and now you got FEMA. Which ones they created, excuse me. With the duty of providing plans and procedures for such contingencies as can be anticipated. And you have the motherfuckers at the airports touching men's dicks 100 times, wearing fucking tight pants. You just can't make this stuff up, y'all. Y'all got to see. There's videos, man, of some weird stuff. And yet the government don't step in. The fake ass feds don't do nothing. The cameras are recording everything. And the motherfuckers there that work at these places don't say shit. Because they make sure they're hiring the dumbest motherfuckers on the earth. And then y'all don't come together to stop that abhorrence. And it shouldn't exist in the first place. Anyway, plans and procedures for such contingencies as can be anticipated. The intendant shall also charter nonprofit corporations or foundations, unless the president shall object. Why don't he object about these fake ass churches? I remember when you used to put your hand over the heart for the flag, which is a battle flag, mind you. You say the Our Father's prayer before a fucking class. I think we need that back in there. Determined by him to be for useful public purposes, such corporations shall be exempt from taxation, but shall conduct no profit-making enterprises. So what is the 351c shit? I'm gonna leave that alone. Fake ass government. Told you that. Section 15. The intendant shall also be a counselor for the coordination of scientific and cultural experiments. Sound like some sociology shit with me. At least how they've been going about it. And for studies within the government and elsewhere. And for this, purpose shall employ such assistance as may be found necessary. Who is the sisters? Those who would give assistance, I don't know. What Mangus? I don't know. What do you think? I don't even have an opinion on it. Section 16. Offices for other purposes may be established and may be discontinued by presidential order within the funds allocated in the procedures of appropriation. Ain't that about a bitch? Next we'll begin is the Article 6, the legislative branch, the Senate and the House of Representatives. The Senate, and that'll be the first one. I hope y'all ready for this ride. Ooh, child. Now, how they ratified to make changes to assert themselves at appropriate times when they weaponize certain things as they experiment on people, which is illegal. It's not even based on the Constitution or anything. But they wrote it in a way that could be misaligned because you heard lawyers fast talk and dribble talk. You heard prosecutors convict innocent men using drab and dribble. And the judge, not on the preambles of their truth or their oath, know exactly that the motherfucker's probably innocent, but in leeway use or dismiss things that can free an innocent man. So it shows you the bastardization, how easy it is to buy a motherfucker who says they're for law when the law is only, it doesn't exist because everything that you see is a kangaroo court bouncing all over the fucking place. And I hope that made sense. Hey, what's going on, son? Big Pontiac, what's going on, beloved? What's happening? What's happening? I hope that made sense to you guys, all right? Excuse the language, but, it is what it is. I can't believe people don't know this shit. I really can't believe it. People like the world they've been given. Steeped in more lies than you can even fucking shake a fucking wand at. But hey, the motherfuckers voted for that motherfucker's daddy, right? So why not let him run and make him president? He's beating all the odds, right? right? It's not about color. The government makes it about fucking race and color because it's a Zionist organization. In Zion, it is not, because that is a place that no longer exists in the Grand Canyon. It probably existed everywhere, and it's about a people that no longer exists as one people. So the narrative is painted by a fictional indoctrination of hypocrisy and utilized and misrepresented and poisoned to be toxic to everybody else. So when people say Zion, they think Zionist of a fake ass Jew, which there is no entitlement. That word in itself is a new creation. Just as I said, even their language, which was finalized around 1929-39, no matter what you fucking believe or think, is a fact. And the problem is, there's a lot of people who have converted and don't even know what the fuck they've converted to. No such thing as a rabbi, synagogue. It's all bullshit. When they say synagogue, what the fuck does that mean? We didn't have no synagogues. It was not a religion. Who we are as a people was never a fucking religion. We lived a certain way and nobody wanted to convert. So when they said the motherfuckers converted, no, what they did was by war came into a people who were protecting everything, and they subjugated with fucking women, and up to King James and them fighting these motherfuckers. Do I have to put some more pieces together? Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to Old Man Banner and strum along. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was getting dark. I don't know when they started playing. Anyway, appreciate y'all. You know the books. Yeah, but it's Tuesday, I guess. I don't fucking know. What is it, Tuesday? Yeah, I don't pay attention to the time, the dates. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't pay attention to that shit. It's meaningless. Anyway, appreciate y'all hanging in there. Everybody that came in, appreciate you. I'm gonna go and erase the other video. I guess they watched it, they recorded, and they saved it. All my videos you can record. You can actually download them, I believe. If you want to talk about them, put them up there and run your little googly gaga without knowing anything about me. Okay? That's for the knuckleheads who don't know no better. But I appreciate y'all again. All right, my beloved sisters. I don't know what Mama read. I know things are going on in this world. I know they're messing with notifications, whatever. But thank y'all. I reach out every once in a while. I have to let you know I'm going fucking live because, like I said, they're emotionally unstable and they're broken. They're too dumb to get it right and get it together. It is what it is. Oh well. To the brothers, it's always 2 and 1. All my soldiers out there, y'all already know. For those in those places, I'm not telling you to be uncomfortable. But if you are comfortable in that shit, there are good police officers out here. There are good sheriffs. There's good marshals. There are actually some decent politicians still there. Trust me on this. I never ask anybody to trust me, all right? It's the last thing I want to do. But entrusting yourself to have some respect for without the respect I'm giving. All right. You won't know if you don't know who you are. All right. And if you're still running around clamoring and bantering on the world given to you, the education system of the Rockefellers, the OSS, and League of Nations, then fucking stay right there. I'm not here to make you uncomfortable and make you believe in something. I don't want you to believe in shit. I'd rather you know. And if you don't know, do never come to me with your fucking beliefs. Because I will take the most hefty ass shit on you. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Number love and respect. I'll be setting up that podcast too. Y'all have a grand evening. Oh, for those who didn't see it, the Vortex UH Gen 1, UH1 Gen 2. I'm going up now to put this on my upper. I can't sight it. I'm just going to put it on there and look at it. I mean, I got to wait for the internal works for my trigger mechanism, but oh my goodness. It's not the greatest thing, holograph, but it's another good one. I've got some expensive shit I haven't even put on, but that is what it is. Appreciate y'all. And when I get that all together, I might just do a rattle can spray paint on it. I know how to, so you know, I just might do my own little cut out little designs and do my own. You know what I'm saying? And probably show y'all how to do that. But yeah, this is the first one. I got a second one coming too, so I don't know when it's going to get here. It's earth colored, so I'm waiting for that one. I thought that would have been here first because I bought that first before I bought this one. Um, so yeah, yeah, it's the tan. It's tan. All right, so this is the black. So anyway, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? What's that? What's like? I appreciate you. And now I'm gonna go ahead and make my Cashapp blueberry fucking chocolate fucking drink. And yeah, I'll get with y'all later in the AM. I'm not coming back on the fucking read. Yeah, fuck that. Love y'all. Y'all have a grand evening.